Hello everybody, welcome to Full Force. We're going to be going over a Jund token list this week. So I've got a little bit less experience with this one than I did even the last one. Although, I don't know, that one was just like in my wheelhouse. That's a deck that I'm really familiar with and just love. The style of it even. This one's a little more different. We're going to be going over Jund, which kind of overwhelming themes are tokens and sacrifice things. So we've got things like Gnawing Zombie and Vital Splicer. Girl Signet would be really good. Call the Hunt is fantastic, and I'm pretty sure that's the card that we're taking here. If we weren't taking Call, if I was like doing a non-full force episode, I'd probably take Opportunity here. But this is a really solid pack. There's a ton of good cards. Mist Raven's great. Agony Warp's good. I definitely like Vital Splicer. Vital Splicer is certainly pretty solid. So lots of good cards. Girl Signet's fantastic. I'm taking the Call of the Herd, and we're going to try and get like a token list that uses like Vampire Aristocrats and hopefully like something like a Falkenrath Aristocrat to use those tokens and kill our opponent quickly before they can really get Dinrova Horrors and all of that kind of stuff online, which a lot of people are running right now. That does seem to be the favored deck in this format. We've got Mog Flunkies, Cathari Bomber, Traitorous Instinct, Pyroclasm. Pyroclasm, it's kind of a conundrum. It's very powerful. There's a lot of early starts that you just absolutely get destroyed with a Pyroclasm, or you destroy your opponent. But the problem with this deck is I think that we're kind of vulnerable to it ourselves, so I don't know that we want to run it. Like, Call the Herd doesn't die to it, but Cathari Bomber and all the tokens do. We're going to try and play Dragon Fodders and a lot of different cards like that, and I feel like Pyroclasm's going to end up being worse for us than good for us most of the time. I could be wrong, though. I keep hearing how good it is, and every time that I've seen it played, it's been pretty solid, so I'll take it. I mean, there is still, like, Deputy of Acquittals, Mist Raven, Tandem Lookouts, Gideon Lawkeepers, all those kinds of things get killed by the Pyroclasm, so probably not a bad idea to just grab that. There's Burning Tree Emissary. Arachnus Web is decent. Mortician Beetle goes into the theme of us sacrificing things. This is the deck that really wants the Falkenrath Aristocrats. I've tried to run it in the Dimir deck a lot since that last video, and Falkenrath Aristocrat has underperformed a lot for me. But I've played against a ton of token lists, and when they do have a Falkenrath Aristocrat, it's scary. So I'm sure that's just where it needs to slot in. I think that it's the Burning Tree, though. Burning Tree can lead to some really disgusting draws, and I want to do that. We're going to try and be pretty aggressive here. Temporal Mastery is pretty cool, but we like Magma Jet. This is also a Phantom Draft, you might notice. The reason why it's a Phantom Draft is so that I don't have to worry about taking like Tarmogoyf or something like that if it comes up, and I can just focus purely on pushing an archetype for you guys. Let's take Magma Jet here. In a lot of different formats, I've been willing to give away the money. Like, just, alright, fine, I'll pass, you know, a really powerful Planeswalker or something like that. But in this format, where there's a lot of cards that are worth a ton of money, and the format's very expensive, you kind of have to take what you can get. Guild Gates, which are very solid. Augur Spree, which is nice. Another Burning Tree Emissary. Tempted to take another Burning Tree. Augur Spree is nice. We don't have a lot of black yet, and I can kind of stay red-green for now, try and get some giant baitings, be aggro tokens. That's, I think the best way to do it is be very aggressive, so I'm going to take another Burning Tree. Another Magma Jet. Rakdos Guildgate would be nice. Scorched Rusalka is not the best sacrifice engine, but I've been killed by more than a couple Scorched Rusalkas over my time playing this format, so I wouldn't underestimate it entirely. I think that there's other options that are better, but when you need a sacrifice engine, you need a sacrifice engine, and you've got a lot of tokens. Scorched Rusalka is just a lot of damage. Let's take Magma Jet, though. Now we can start taking some fixing. Mudbutt and Torch Runner is okay, I suppose. Mortician Beetle could be fine. We're looking more red-green than anything else. I can take Gruul Guildgate or Golgari Guildgate. We might not play a lot of black, so I'm going to take the Gruul Guildgate. It's really tempting, because if you're going to splash black, the black Guildgates are kind of more important. Which means you have to play less swamps and it just basically counts as a forest. So maybe I should just take this and not take the Gruul. It's close. We don't really have a lot of green yet either, honestly. Maybe green is our splash. Like, I could pick up a bunch of black cards and be red-black. The only green card that we actually have is Call the Herd. I'm going to take the Augur Spree over the Gruul Guildgate here. I'll need good fixing, but we're very heavy red so far, and Burning Tree Emissary is almost a little bit of fixing for us. I'm going to take Augur. Scourge Devil's good. Get a lot of tokens. Scourge Devil's very nice. Gnawing Zombie is okay, but I actually think I like Scorched Rusalka more than I like Gnawing Zombie as a sacrifice engine. Half the cost is a big difference. Mog Flunkies, Traitorous Instinct. If we can find sacrifice engines that are good, then Traitorous Instinct's pretty solid. We're not going that heavy into it yet, so we'll leave that to the side. Let's take the Mog Flunkies. Mortician Beetle's okay. I don't think I care about Dynacharge. Shimmering Grotto's pretty slow for an aggro deck, so I'm not super happy about that. Skynes. Battle Rattle, I think, is a little bit underrated. I like that card a lot. It's surprisingly effective. It makes all of your little tokens into threats. And there we go. Yeah, got a sacrifice engine. Pretty happy about that. This is a good starting pack. Double Magma Jet, double Burning Tree Emissary, and a Call of the Herd are all very good cards. So I'm hoping that this will work out pretty well. And it looks like our colors are open. We got some late Magma Jets and some late Burning Tree Emissaries. Now we're getting Scorched Rusalka and Mortician Beetle late. Yeah, I'm thinking this is looking real nice. But, like, we could be switching out of black because, I mean, Augur Spree is great, but Mortician Beetle is, like, fine if we get the right cards for it. But I don't think it's incredible. It's just good. We have to be very heavy in the sacrifice deck for it to be amazing. Okay, Magma Jet, Burning Tree Emissary, Pyrewild. I haven't seen Pyrewild do as much work as I would like. It seems very powerful. I like the idea of Pyrewild, but I don't know that I should take it here. I feel like Burning Tree or Magma Jet is the way to go. I honestly just think it's Magma Jet. Very possible that it's Burning Tree. More Burning Trees the better. I'll take the Magma Jet though. Molten Rain, Boros Reckoner. Tough card to cast. Especially for us, we're not going to be any manner of white. Triple red though. I mean, we are mostly red, and it's a very powerful effect. Another Augur Spree as well, or Ground Assault. I think I'd rather have Augur Spree or Cathari Bomber than the Ground Assault, because we're leaning a little bit more black. It just seemed like it was more open. The big question is whether I actually want the Reckoner or not. I feel like it's going to be like a 4 or 5 drop in our deck. And it's not that hard to deal with in a format with as much removal as this and a bunch of bounce spells. And the card's still very, very good. Very good. But just hard to cast is the problem. I don't even have that good of mana fixing for our current spells. I think I like Augur Spree or Bomber. I have triple Magma Jet and an Augur Spree already. I'm going to take the Bomber. We need a lot of creatures. That's going to be the goal of this deck. We have Dragon Fodder and Teleportal. And Harmonize. Ooh. These are some options. Harmonize is insane. Teleportal is severely underrated right now. You never see this card get taken. You can get it very, very late. Which means that I won't be picking it here. But if you have a lot of tokens, this is overrun. It makes them all unblockable, and +1/+0, that's nothing to scoff at. It almost always kills your opponent. If you have any kind of board position, it'll kill them. Dragon Fodder, Aristocrat, Harmonize. The only problem with the Harmonize is the mana cost. The double green might be a little tough. If we're actually trying to run Mortician Beetle, Harmonize is awkward. Being said, I don't have to run the Mortician Beetle, so I'll take Harmonize. Maybe we'll Thornscape Battle Mage. Very, very unlikely, but it'd be nice. Dragon Fodder would be cool too. Gruul Guildgate, another Magma Jet, Ground Assault, Simic Signet, and Inquisition. At this point, I mean, I love Magma Jet, but I think that we want a Gruul Guildgate just to fix a little bit of the mana. We just picked up Harmonize. We might still want to play Mortician Beetles, and if we're playing Harmonize and Mortician Beetle in the same deck, we're going to need a lot of mana fixing. Very little so far, so it seems like a smart plan. Golgari Rotworm is a good sacrifice engine. It's very large and in charge, which I like. Little hard to cast. We don't have that many tokens yet. Like, we have Call of the Herd, but it's not really the tokens you want to be sacrificing. Cathari Bomber is, but it's not crazy. I like Thunderous Wrath, and I like Guildgate. I kind of feel like it's Thunderous Wrath. We're almost more Burn. Giant Baiting's pretty sweet. If we can find a way to sacrifice the tokens off of it, it gets better and better, and it's just super aggressive. Mud Button Torch Runner. Sunhome Guildmage is fantastic. I haven't really seen a Boros deck do well, though. I'm not sure if that's just because everybody's more interested in playing Dimir, because Dimir is so much fun and obviously powerful, or if the support's not there. Maybe another Full Force. Alright, let's grab Giant Baiting. Battle Rattle, Grubblebelt Maka, and Slaughterhorn. Already had the Battle Rattle. I would like some Blood Rush. We're very aggressive. And I think it's Rebel Belt Maka. Slaughterhorn, I feel, could be a little bit better. But the green is more dicey than the red. We're just a lot more red, so Rebel Belt Maka just fills that in better. Another Rebel Belt, Traitorous Instinct, and a Spike Jester. I feel like we're red. Like, we're probably all solid in all the colors at this point. We're going to be mostly red, secondary black, and tertiary green, I think. The Harmonize is awkward, but we do have the Double Girl Guildgate, and we have the Burning Trees, which can help. We can tap like a red-black, play Burning Tree into a Harmonize. I'll take the Spike Jester. Reasonable to take Scourge Devil or something there. Wow, we wield the Burning Tree. Okay. At least our colors are open. And we wield Boros Reckoner. Reckoner over Slaughterhorn? Probably. Molten Rain is intriguing. That's for sure. I don't know if it's good. Really good against super greedy mana bases, but if you don't hit those, not sure that it's the right card for you. Take Boros Reckoner. I'm going to put it in the 5 slot, though. Aristocrats are pretty good, although there is the Teleportal. I didn't get back the Dragon Fodder, did I? So Teleportal or Vampire? This is a tough card to splash when we're already playing double green for the Harmonize. The safer pick is the Aristocrat. Teleportal also comes really late, so I'll leave that for now. Fists of Ironwood actually works with the Aristocrat and with the Scorched Rusalka. I don't need another Mortician Beetle because I'm already not really sacrificing things unless I have something like Fists of Ironwood. Another Scorched Rusalka. Okay, so now we have 2 sacrifice engines. We have a Fists, and we have Cathari Bomber to make tokens that we actually want to sacrifice. Call of the Herd also makes tokens, but just not ones we want to sacrifice. Wow. I do kind of wish this wasn't a Phantom Draft right now, because this card is very expensive. But I can pass it, and that's nice. It's good for the video, definitely. We've got Falconwrath Noble, Burning Tree Emissary, and Gore Clan Rampager. Wow, this is a pack. Oh, baby. Falconwrath or Gore Clan? I'm pretty sure that it's Falconwrath in this deck. Gives us more reason to be black. Gives us more reason to play the Mortician Beetles. And I would love to go heavier into the sacrifice part of things. I want to see how that works. I want to try and build that deck specifically. That was the goal at the start of this. Was to get tokens and sacrifice them. And let's, take the cards that do that. Let's grab Bone Splinters now. I have triple Magma Jet. So 1, 2, 3 Magma Jets. I have an Augur Spree. I have a Thunderous Wrath. And a Pyroclasm. I don't have a lot of tokens. Although I want them. Yeah, I mean, it works with so many of our engines, though. It works with the Mortician Beetle, it works with the Falconwrath Noble. Giant Baiting, you can sacrifice the token after attacking. It works with the Bomber, and I'd love to get more tokens. Like, I'm trying to get more tokens, so Bone Splinters fits into what I'm trying to do, at least. Signet, Lingering Souls, which is disgusting, but not for me. Thunderous Wrath. Orzhov Signet or Thunderous Wrath could be interesting. It doesn't seem like much of a Signet deck, though. We're pretty aggressive. Let's take the Wrath. It doesn't fix our mana, really. Not enough. A little bit of black would be okay. Wow, Dinrova Horror, Seagate Oracle, and Azure Mage? Jeez. That's, Azure Mage, Dinrova Horror, and Seagate Oracle are really good signs that Dimir is pretty open. Which is strange, because we haven't seen a lot of stuff before that, but I guess we're seeing it now. I'll take the Mog Flunkies. Easier to cast than Spike Jester, and honestly, maybe even a little bit better, just because of the toughness. Another Burning Tree Emissary, an Augur Spree, and another Thunderous Wrath. Also the Teleportal, which is funny, because there's the Izzet Signet which would help us splash a Teleportal in this same pack. I'm going to take the Burning Tree, though. 4 Burning Trees lets us be insanely aggressive. I'm guessing that we're just going to be cutting most of the black and playing the Falconwrath Noble. It's hard to say. We've got a lot of playables. We're looking just insanely aggressive, though. Golgari Germination. It's a neat card. I don't think that we can really use that. We have a lot of ways to, like, Most of the creatures that we want to sacrifice are already tokens. It's black. I just think Magma Jet. Another Giant Baiting, Dragon Fodder, and another Thunderous Wrath. Oof. All pretty good. I really wish that we had Gruul Warchant. That's a card that we were looking for the whole draft and never saw. It's one of the best cards, if not the best card for the token deck that I've seen. Giant Baiting or Dragon Fodder. I feel like Dragon Baiting. I just constantly mash words together. I like the Giant Baiting. I'm just feeling like we're more and more moving away from black and a little bit away from that sacrifice engine. I don't think we actually have enough ways to use it, and Giant Baiting with Burning Tree Emissary seems unreal aggressive. So just low to the ground, smash, smash, smash seems like a good way to do it. We still keep Falconwrath Noble. We can keep like a Bone Splinters and an Augur Spree, maybe Bomber, and then just go for face. None of these cards matter too much. I can take Seal of Primordium for the sideboard in case there's artifacts that I absolutely have to kill. Get a 5th Burning Tree Emissary and try and play the most aggressive deck possible. Slaughterhorn's fine. Madcap Skills might make an occurrence in this deck, honestly. A little bit different than I thought we'd end up. But this is a nice, good, aggressive Jund list, and I like it. So I think these go out. Aristocrat goes out. Probably the Rusalkas. I don't need as many sacrifice engines now. If it was possible, I would have loved to have done that, but I was mostly looking at aggressive tokens, and not a ton of tokens, but we do certainly have some. We're trying to capitalize on having a lot of creatures. Oh, Spike Jester doesn't need to be in anymore. 14, 13, so we still need to cut at least 3 cards, and that's if we want to be greedy and go to only 16 lands. We're pretty aggressive. It might not be a bad idea. I feel like Pyroclasm can leave. It's a great card, but it's probably worth sideboarding when we already have 4 Magma Jets and an Augur Spree. Not to mention Thunderous Wrath. Although I'm imagining these go to the face a lot in this deck. I still like Fists of Ironwood. I want to have a lot of creatures to be attacking with like, or using Conspire with giant baiting. Also very good with Scourge Devil. They get upgraded with a Battle Rattle Shaman. There's a lot of reasons to want the Fists of Ironwood. Same with like Falkenrath Noble. There's just a bunch of ways to use them. Mog Flunkies need us to have a lot of creatures. We only have 14 right now. Probably just some Magma Jets even. Not super happy about cutting them. But it seems pretty reasonable to cut, like, maybe one Magma Jet, one Thunderous Wrath. Because I don't want to... If I'm going to go 16, then I don't want too many 6-drops. I mean, sure, the goal is to play this for 1. But there's going to be some percentage of the time where you have it in your opening hand. Or just can't play it that turn when you draw it. Draw it early on, you only have green-black mana or something. Every once in a while, you might not be able to hit it. I think that this is good. And this is basically, like I said, a 5. Let's sort by color. Add, it wants 7, 5, 1 swamp. I definitely need more than 1 swamp. I don't need a lot of green. Could go to 6. This is 9 red. Oof. Our mana base is going to be very greedy. Five green and 3 black. With 5 Burning Tree Emissaries, I can rely on them a little bit. Just for a bit of green fixing. The Harmonize is what looks awkward. I love Harmonize so much because it gives a way to reach in the late game when you're looking like Dimir deck is stabilized against you or something, and you just need to top deck something. You top deck Harmonize, and it gives you everything you need. I might be looking at it wrong, though. I might just want like another Magma Jet and cut the Harmonize, make the mana better. And then 5 green is more than reasonable. In fact, I'd probably go 4 and 8. Oh, with how good that mana base looks. If I do it this way. Oh, it wants a Plains. Oh, that's part of the problem. That's definitely a part of the problem. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 red. So I can go to 10 red. And then I still have 5 green sources. And a little bit of extra sugar from the Burning Tree Emissaries as far as fixing green. It's tough. That is a tough one. I think that we leave it like this. I'm going to try and play the Harmonize. A little bit greedy, but it's just so good. It's so good. This is the blue player in me. This is the blue player in me just like desperately, please give me some way to get extra cards on my opponent. Give me any way to draw things. That's all I want to do. I just want to draw cards and bounce creatures and do all those kinds of shenanigans. This deck looks pretty solid, though. I like the idea of it. It's very aggressive. And, yeah, I think that it can do pretty good. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to save it and go to round 1. This is a keepable hand. Not amazing, but certainly not bad. We don't need any green mana because these are just both red cards, actually. And double Magma Jet's pretty solid. One more mountain we get Boros Reckoner, which is cool.